get together an interview with Ben Johnson, or one of the guys from Biffy Clyro. Ben, good to have you here. Thank you for your time. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. It's wonderful to be here, sitting by the river or the stream, or the creek, as we might call it.
Let's say creek.
Let's say creek. Yeah. And yeah, it's a lovely setting here at Taubertal. This is, I think, maybe our third time at this festival, so very excited to be here and happy to be talking to you, sir. I like your jumper.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. The only shirt that has something to do with music for me? No, okay. How was your first two times here? The first time and the second time. You remember a good remembering of the first two gigs at Taubertal?
Yes. Fond memories, definitely. A really great crowd here. Lovely backstage, lovely food, lovely people. Lots of proper rock music. Lots of double kick drums. Yeah, and some passion. That's all you can ask for from a gig like this, is that people come here to have fun and they invest completely in the music and they go nuts, and they definitely do that here. Some festivals, some people are a bit afraid of going crazy, but here, from like one of the earliest bands on, people are going nuts. So I'm looking forward to it very much.
That's cool. And you prepared something special for your third time here?
New songs, man. I guess the last time we were here would have been a couple of years ago. So we've got a whole new set of new songs to play. And I guess we're playing a little longer, so we'll get to play some old songs as well that maybe we haven't played at Taubertal before. Yeah, and we're going to try and match or better the energy of the crowd. We're going to be even better than them, so they've got to step their game up for the mighty Casper on after us. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. When I'm thinking about Biffy Clyro, and especially you as the musicians, it's like family business for you, or? It's your brother on stage, and I read Adam is the drum tech, still the drum tech?
He was my drum tech for many, many years.
And he was better, so you kicked him off?
Something like that. But no, I think I wanted my brother back, you know. When you work with family to that extent, I was losing him as a brother, and he was just becoming like an employee, and he didn't like me very much, and I was starting to dislike him. So it was like, let's stop. You go work for other bands. So he went to work for Opeth and some other cool bands, Maximo Park and things like that. And he now does that, and he's separate, and he earns his money elsewhere, still doing drum tech. And then when we get home, we're still friends. So it's good. It had to happen. But yeah, there was too much family involved for a while. You shouldn't ever mix business and family, unless you can't help it, because James, of course, my twin brother, is the bassist in Biffy Clyro. But that's okay, because we're great friends and we'll always be great friends.
Okay, you arranged that. Yeah. Who was first from you three?
To come out? Yeah. James by 6 minutes.
Oh, so it's always the same thing. Yeah, shut up, Ben, I'm the older one, and these things?
Exactly. 6 fucking minutes, come on. Like that makes any difference. But he is wiser, and he's more mature than I. But I'm a drummer. I'm not meant to be mature. It's fine.
Is it, of course, a bit easier to have family in a band? Because all bands I can remember right now, they have some brother couples in there. Are just amazing, like Stone Temple Pilots, and we can count a lot.
Crowd House, Dire Straits, all great bands. And
there's a special power. I mean, when you have two brothers or two sisters in a band.
I think you're right on the nail there. And I think especially in a rhythm section, you know, a rhythm section, bass and drums should be really locked in tight. And when you have basically one mind, twins are just like one person playing the rhythm section, then that's the basis for a good band. You know, you've got a good solid foundation to build on there. So yeah, it definitely helps on stage, and it helps off stage as well. It's great when you've always got your twin brother there to bounce things off and to cheer you up when you're feeling down. So it's fantastic, you know.
And it is a special space that you have with your brother, and Simon is always sitting there and saying, "Hey, you," with your own language.
It's not quite. I mean, maybe he feels like that sometimes. I would hope not. But Simon is very much your brother also. We've known each other since we were 9 years old at school, and this band started when we were like 13, 14 years old.
You can hear that you are coupled a long time.
Very tight unit as a three, you know, not as a two and a one, but as a three together. And it's important that we always remind Simon that he is a brother, and because it would be easy to feel left out, because twins are weird people, you know, they do their own weird stuff.
That's perfect, and that's the thing why so much energy is coming out of the Biffy Clyro stage, and it's always a problem to have a stage underneath the stage because Simon needs space for his fucking amps.
He does need space for his amps because we couldn't possibly still have them on stage because they were deafening everyone, so we had to move them away. I can't hear my drums. I can't hear my drums.
And it's always the same thing. It's always Simon. Hey, we are looking forward to your gig tonight. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for making music. Thank you for being Biffy Clyro. And I hope, we will hear and see you 20, 30, 40 years.
40 years. In 40 years, I'll be almost 80 years old. So we'll see what happens. But
yeah, you're still a drummer then.
I know.
I guess.
Drummers can play forever. Although my wrists might give up on me. They're starting to hurt these days.
Oh, you tape them?
Yeah, I know. I need to tape them up. That's right. Just tape them all. Yeah. And start playing like this. Yeah. With no wrists.
Charlie Watts is doing that his whole life.
I guess so. Yeah. You know, anyway,
that's drummer shit. That's
we're going to talk about drums. We'll see you guys later. It's been lovely. Thank you.